Hello, 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 and welcome to this week's Psychic Astrology. This is being live streamed on Monday morning. So there's a lot to get into. I am the psychic specialist here at Watch Natalie. I am the Natalie in Watch Natalie. So I am live streaming this in the morning. We're going to talk about the week of Monday, August 2nd to Monday, August 9th, 2021. So if you are watching this back on the replay, hopefully you have your pen and your paper so you can write some of this stuff down. Welcome to another beautiful week of life, my loves, as I just kind of get my desk organized here. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in. There's a lot to cover. There's a lot to... Okay, the biggest thing that I want to say, I want to give you some context. So since we've had these lunations in July, specifically the first of two full moons in Aquarius on July 23rd, this is again activating. It's really... Here's the thing. The whole year, there's something that is... Oh, hey, Jeff, welcome. Hello, Ferlentia. Hi, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, pop them in the chat. I'm right here, and I'll go ahead and answer them. But really, you guys, you know what's been wanting to change in your life. This is what's happening. We have these big changes, these big cyclical changes in our lives, and they get activated on a smaller and smaller level that kind of trigger the big things, you know, moving across the country or having children, burying children, buying property, selling property, you know, all of those kinds of big changes. And so the eclipses will tell you where to expect them throughout the year. This year, though, with Uranus and Saturn doing what they're doing in the sky, this is like very uncomfortable for people. And so you're going to be seeing people tweak out. I literally opened my eyes, checked YouTube, and found this live started. Yay, we're timed perfectly. Hashtag psychic LOL. New job, new home, new people, happiness unconditionally. Oh my gosh, congratulations. Sending good energy. Yes, absolutely, everyone. See, that's the vibe that you want to create for yourself, and you want to stay in that vibe. What are you saying? New job, new home, new people, happiness, whatever that is for you, whether it's like, you know what, I really need my own space. I love my family to pieces. I love my friends. I love whoever I'm living with, but I really just need for my own mental clarity, I need my own space. That's your vibe, and you align with that vibe, and then physically it manifests if it's your karma. So that's why it's very misleading when people tell people you can manifest anything you want. You can just get yourself in the vibration, you know, feel like you already have it, and then it'll happen if it's in your karma. If it's in, and when I say if it's in your karma, I mean if you've energetically had a pattern like that in a past life, and you're in this lifetime, and you're working through this, you're sorting this out, because if there's an experience or, you know, a person or a situation that has things that you're not here to learn in this lifetime, you chose not to engage with that energy. Anyway, okay, I'm getting off on a huge digression. What about new business? Junior staying high vibe right now. Very good. Business. Okay, Jeff, business is a little bit, you're going to have to really go with the flow. As far as business is concerned, there's going to be so much, there already has been, but there's going to be even more, because people are getting more comfortable with this energy. The easier you do with change, if you can grow, however comfortable you are with personal growth, you outgrowing the immature parts of yourself, outgrowing the parts of you that want to like rip people's faces off, outgrowing the parts of you that are really shadowy and human. I hate to say it that way, but that's what it is. It's like human, because you're this divine, you know, entity inhabiting this avatar body. So if you believe like you're just a human, you die, it goes black, then you're kind of just like acting like a puppet on strings, like with the energies like flowing through you. So sorry, Jeff, I know I swear I'm coming back to you. Okay, so be that as it may. So with business, if people are getting these like great business ideas, and if people are wanting to do business with people that are very different, or they want to do things in a different way that's never been done before, or if they want to take a risk or a chance on something, and, you know, there's going to be that energy in the room. There's also going to be the energy that's like, you know what? We have no data for this. We have no idea what's going to happen. It's too big of a risk. We're not going to back something that we don't know what to expect, that there's no, you know, where's a statistician? There's no, nothing to go on from the past. So we're going to say no to the new. We're going to say no to the innovative. We're going to say no to what is different and unique and individual. So thank you, Jeff. That's like a perfect analogy. That's like a perfect example for like what the ongoing energy of the year is like we've got this energy that's very much like wanting to break new ground, wanting to establish a new way of being and establish a new way of you working, of you living, of you getting to work every day or staying home every day. Like whatever this is in your life, it's wanting to break free. And if this is happening for you on a conscious level, then you want it and you're liking it and you're enjoying it. And you're like, this is new. This is different. I'm going to try. I'm going to go with this. See what let's follow my curiosity, which is your intuition, and see where this leads and see if it leads to a good experience or something new and different for myself. So there's that. And that's very conscious. And you're like welcoming these new experiences. If you are resisting change on that unconscious level, see, it all works together. Science, psychology, spirituality, it all really is working together. And it's going to work so much more well together in the future. So if you have that going and you're consciously accepting, interested, and curious and open-minded. So many people say they're open-minded and they're not really open-minded. Open-minded is when you can really listen to another side, understand their point, see their fervor, their passion, their sadness, like whatever is coming with that message, and really understand it from that perspective and consider it. You have to, and in relationships, you need that room to grow. And you need that room for your partner to grow. You need that room for your family member to grow into something new or different. You need that room for your best friend or your mom or your dad or what have you, so that you are not being toxic and keeping them in an identity that is more comfortable for you. Just because it's more comfortable for you, for that person to be the same or the same way. Okay, that's another digression. Sorry. Okay, so back to Jeff's question about business. So yeah, you're going to have both sides in the room. You're going to have both types. Oh, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about conscious and unconscious. Sorry, I got a huge download yesterday. And I still have to like finish it up and get a little bit more, because I have to talk to my high priestesses and hierophants about it, because it's about conscious and unconscious stuff. Anyway, so if you are resisting change is going to happen in your life in ways that you are uncomfortable experiencing. It's going to be, if you are a 10-year-old going through this transit, it could be that one of your parents gets a new boyfriend or girlfriend and they just start bringing this person over all of a sudden. And you're like, what's going on? And it's like rocking your world. You're like, who are you? Get away from my parent. Stop trying to bribe me. Stop trying to like me. Stop trying to like get into my family, get out of my life. That 10-year-old kid's and be like, whoa, so it could be something like that. But whatever it is, it's going to come into your life and you're going to feel like triggered. So if there's like, I don't know, whatever, it's going to be different for all of you, but whatever is new and different, you're either going to feel like excited about it and curious, or you're going to feel like suspicious and apprehensive, and you're going to want to do the closed-minded thing, which is put the defenses up. And you're just going to kind of want to say automatically, I already know what I think about this. I already know what I feel about this. I already know what I think about this person, about what they're saying, about what they believe. And you're going to really, that's like that Saturn and Aquarius energy. And you're going to like really shut that down. What also is being activated, I swear to God, I'm going to start with this weekly thing. What else is being activated this week, though, is that your soul wants new and different. So we have to figure this out. Hold on. I know. Hi, Sheila. I grew people talk behind my back, but not to my face. And I have PTSD and still concurred because I didn't do what they did. Okay. I hope this helps immediately, but if not, just think about this after today's live. So people talk behind your back, but not to your face. And you have PTSD, and okay. So anyone talking about you, it doesn't matter. I'm really sorry. And I know that I say things like that are supposed to cover like these huge, like every single situation. And people might be like, well, that's impossible. People have to, you have to care what people think about you for like work or, hiring you, whatever. Here's the thing. People talk, especially if they're talking behind your back, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't want to get like too like into this, but I'm just saying like, it doesn't matter. Like those people talking about you behind your back, it doesn't matter. They don't matter. What they say doesn't matter. What you can do, I mean, if you really want to engage with that energy, then you've got to alchemize it. You have to transform it into something. And what See, people, when people talk about people, that's like the lowest form of conversation. So if they're talking about you, it's just like a waste of life. It's like a waste of breath. So, people talk about other people. That's like the lowest, like the most boringest form of conversation. People talking about events. It's a little bit more interesting, what happened, what happened, what happened, what happened, what happened. But everything that like dates everything you put it on like on a timeline, okay, whatever. But when people are talking about ideas, I'm not just saying that because I'm a Moon Mercury Aquarius. When people talk about ideas, that's when I'm like, who are you? I want to talk to you. What are you going on? What's going on over here? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that is like the interesting, fascinating, quality conversation. So for lunch, people talking about you behind your back, like it's like it's boring. It's boring. It's meaningless. Doesn't mean anything. Hold on. You said something else, but not to my face. Oh, that's right. Okay. PTSD. So with post-traumatic stress disorder, and a lot of you guys have also been bullied growing up. I have been bullied my entire life. And it's like, even when you're bullied as a kid and you become an adult, you still kind of carry that energy. So it's really easy for people to like make fun of me, target me, bully me, pick on me, whatever. So for lunch, if people were talking, that might always be the case. So what are you going to do the rest of your life? Hopefully I don't want you to care about it, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Well, okay. So like when I got on YouTube a couple of years ago, I got tired of everyone saying transform. So I started to say alchemize, and which really just means to transform, but it's like a different word. So I want you guys to think about PTSD, because post-traumatic stress disorder can sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes be transformed into post-traumatic growth. And that's what that's what we do here with our energy work here and over on Patreon. And when you guys work with me one-on-one, if you guys are interested in any of that, either with your psychic ability, or if there's something going on in your life, or there's something going on in a connection, you can do the Patreon. That's like a much bigger commitment. That's if you're ready to do energy work, like every day. Otherwise, I would recommend the Zoom session. I'm doing like really short Zoom sessions that you can book. It's in the link below. It's on the website. So we can be live one-on-one, just you and I, and go through whatever you guys got to go through. So post-traumatic growth is taking that PTSD and like, I want to go. I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in forever, probably because I went on vacation. I went like really like far away energetically and came back. But I want to get into another Dark Knight Batman digression about that, but I won't. Let me catch up here. Human or Plutonian, I feel stronger. Yes, I keep getting a think in my head that a major surprise coming towards me, but I don't know from where. Thanks, Natalie. Okay, cool. Thanks. Hey, Patricia. You're right. Gossip is very negative. Talk to the doers. Yeah. Okay. Since you guys are like here in this energy, yeah, gossip, like I was telling for lunch, I recommend ignoring it. I recommend totally going ice queen about it. What of that ice sheet? That doesn't, like, you be into whatever you're into and just keep going. And people that are into what you're into are going to, like, you guys are going to magnetize together, and you guys are going to do what you love to do together, and you're going to enjoy, and you're going to talk about the ideas behind it. And it's going to be that. If you get into the gossip, if you get into all that negativity, they just like, it just sucks you into I consider it very boring. Like it's like I start to like leave a conversation, or I you know what I'm saying? Like if someone's like, ah. So if you get like super into it, then they're really just tying up your energy so that you can't go do something else. So that you can't go think other thoughts, so you can't go talk to other people, so you can't go create something fantastic. They're not doing that on a conscious level. They're doing it on a subconscious level. And they don't, like I said, they're not, those kind of people are not really like self-aware. They're making judgments about things, and this is how it is, and that's how it is, and this is how everything is. And so they just continue to do that. So getting into that and really like stewing on it and thinking about, like, it breeds it, it grows it, and that becomes your focus. That becomes like what you do. It becomes what you're engaged in. It becomes what you're eating every day. It becomes, very toxic. So I learned to, I don't know, I told you guys about that I went to 6 different grammar schools in 8 years. I'm always a new kid. I'm always a new person. Like I hang on the periphery like of a group, and then I can tell like it's not going to work. So I'm just like that lone wolf type, and you guys are too. You guys are too. So you guys know exactly like that whole thing. So if maybe this is like the one video moment for you guys to like lock it in and really let go, if anyone's having that kind of issue, because all right, I had to get into this weekly. Hold on. That's just anxiety. Don't let it take over. I used to have that. You just need to shift your focus to something that brings joy to you. Excellent, Alice. Shifting that focus again. Try to find something relaxing to do. The amount of stuff Natalie helped me alchemize. Looking back, I'm like, holy shit. God, that kind of thing makes me feel so. It's so good. It's so good to empower you guys, and that's it just makes me feel like we're winning. Like the more we do this work, it just makes me feel like we're winning, like the good side. Okay. Thanks, Stanley. Oh, you're very, very welcome. Oh, thanks, Chris. Ignore, but also don't partake. Very, very good, Patricia. Hey, we're live. Hey, Sarah. Hey, everybody. Okay. We're all caught up. Okay, let's talk about the week. So Monday, August 2nd, we've got Venus in Virgo trining Uranus and Taurus. This I touched on a little bit last week. This is code cracked. This is like open sesame. This is the pass, the hot gates, the freaking keys to Mordor. Like it all just like opens up. That's what I'm getting with this. I'm getting that everything opens up. There's a surprise. There's some form. Okay, this is what I'm calling this the last surprise, because this week is the last week before the new moon in Leo on Sunday the 8th. And what a last week it is. Uranus is doing so much change this week. Uranus is being contacted and, activated by Venus on Monday, Mercury on Tuesday, and then the sun on Thursday. That's what this whole week is. It's like some big last surprise. Wow, that's what this week is like we better get on the change bandwagon, guys. Look at I'll help you with this. Whatever is feeling so not stagnant, whatever. Oh, you are Patricia for the Artegan Fund. Thank you, Patricia. That is so sweet. Thank you. Thank you so much, Patricia. You guys are so sweet. You guys are like sweet. Thank you, Patricia, for the Artegan Fund. I'm sorry. I get like when that kind of thing pulls me, it gets me so, it like fuels my idealism. So be careful, guys, because I'm going to take this. That's another thing. Okay. So the channeling for the future is so, sorry, Patricia, you're getting me so excited here. Okay. The future is going to be amazing. The future is going to be amazing. And you're going to be one of the first to enjoy it. The more you lean into this change, the more you lean into like what's trying to liberate you, because there's something. Okay. Monday feels good. I'll tell you why. Let's go back to Monday. Monday, Venus trining Uranus and Taurus. There's something that feels really, really good. Practically, organizationally, you're like, this fits. Okay, this makes sense. It's fitting together, but it just may fit together in a way that's very surprising or very unexpected. It might just come together in a way that is not maybe the way that you thought it was going to come together, or it doesn't look like the way you thought it was going to look, or it doesn't like happen through the people that we thought it was going to happen through, or it's going to, myriad potentialities that the universe has to make things happen. Moon is going to be, Monday, moon's going to be in Gemini most of the day. So there might be a lot to do, a lot to go, a lot happening. There's like a million projects or a million details, or like a lot of, there's a lot of different offshoots of thinking that you guys are going to be, dealing with today. Does it mean anything when your family's birthdays are all clustered in a certain sign? We have tons of Leos in our families. That's really funny, Jeff. Well, my one friend, they're all Leos. Actually, he's the only Capricorn and everybody else is a Leo. That's your ancestral. Okay. We all picked our families before we came here on another level, before we incarnated. So even though, you might have a family that's like bullying you, that picks on you, that abuses you, that does all these horrible things to you, you all chose to come and live this together so that you can learn from the experiences. And those experiences you have are what you need in order to evolve your soul and to mature you through the human personality and grow and learn. That's it. So the fact that you have a family of all Leos or all Virgos or all this, that you are all here learning some lessons together. and helping each other grow through this. Like before you guys had bodies, you planned this out. You're like, okay, I'm gonna be the brother, you're gonna be the mom, you're gonna be the dad this time around. Okay. And it's like it's a lot of prep work. So the fact that you're even here in this body, take a breather, take, a little pat on the back, because it took a lot of pre-planning and it took a lot of higher dimensional organization to do that. So yes, that's how I feel. Yeah, I'm moving. Oh, that's right. Sarah's moving. Congrats, Sarah. But yeah, exactly. Okay, there you go. But that means I sold my house. Yes. We've been following along with Sarah on Patreon. Okay, so yeah, Sarah, moving, trying to go like in every direction at once. My mother, Sarah, just really quick, is a Gemini moon, and you guys know I moved a lot. So she would take this, sorry, Mama, she would take this box and put it at the edge of like the table. And then she would just take her arm and just go and just like shove everything like into the box. I'm so sorry, Mom, if you're watching. So yeah, like as far as like Gemini, Sarah, if that gets like, you see all the little details, you might just want to go like, okay. Jeff seems like everyone except me and my wife. Oh, that's right, Jeff. You guys are like the Capricorn Scorpio pair. Oh, that's a lot of energy. Hi, everyone. Hi, your mom is. Aw, thanks, guys. I know we got to do another. We have to do another. What do? We did like a love reading for all the 12 signs. I remember that. I hope I got the job I interviewed for today. That's an interesting day to interview, my dear, because we have this Venus. You guys, okay, I'm getting so, okay, one last thing for Falentia. So, gosh, without looking at your chart, all I can say is that something went over surprisingly well, I would say. They either didn't expect to like you and they liked you, or they liked you more than they expected to like you. So, or there's something like that. Like that's this energy of Monday. It's like, oh, sorry, guys, 20 minutes on Monday. Okay, Tuesday, here we go. Tuesday, now Mercury's getting in the mix. Now Mercury's squaring Uranus and Taurus. So this is a transformational discussion. This, again, it's the way we're thinking and the way we're speaking with Mercury and Leo. Leo is so much about loyalty, 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 loyalty. What are you pledging your allegiance to? Is it the right ideology? The Leo rules the heart. If your heart's not into something, it doesn't deserve your attention. Let's all just be Leos for a second. If your heart's not into something, it doesn't deserve your attention. If your heart is not into something, that thing does not deserve your attention because your heart's not there. And if your heart's not there, what is there? What is it? All right, I'm just going to jump into it. Okay, so here's how to figure this out this week. What you're trying to break out of is going to be something that feels like pressure and responsibility and guilt and fear and like power, control, authority tactics. This week is about taking your power back from things and people and institutions that are guilting you, that are trying to make you feel like you are responsible in a way that you're not. Okay. So with this Mercury Uranus, this could be that someone is trying to talk to you and get information out of you, maybe about someone, maybe about your family member, maybe about someone new you started dating, maybe about your mom or your dad or someone at work or someone that you work with. And they is trying to like, people. And so you do something and you be Mercury and Leo and you kind of like say no, and you put up your boundary and there could be like a little surprise here. This could be like a discussion that someone has with you or that you have with someone that it's like, listen, this has to stop. This way of relating has to stop. Or, this isn't appropriate for you to communicate this way. Or I'm not going to be communicating like this anymore. Or like in your own way. I mean, I say things that's like, but you're going to say it in your own way. But so that's Tuesday. So this element of change, this catalyst of change is so, so strong this week. And so Tuesday could be a day that you guys are ready to just communicate exactly what makes you feel uncomfortable and to be very clear and honest about what specifically isn't working for you on that loyalty level. Like you might even see this in other people. Like, listen, this isn't what I thought it was, or this kind of morphed into something, or something doesn't feel right about this, or, people might be testing each other with this kind of communication stuff. And these are all in fixed signs. Like this new moon in Leo has this huge T-square. And so yeah, the change is on the docket, on the agenda. So Tuesday, you're going to be talking about it. Monday, you're going to be feeling it. Also on Tuesday, we have the moon in Gemini squaring Venus in Virgo. This is interesting because last Wednesday, we had Venus in Virgo squaring the nodes in Gemini. So what was going on last Wednesday? Last Wednesday was the 28th. That is when Jupiter retrograded back into Aquarius. It's when the sun trined the moon. There was a lot going on last Wednesday. That was right before Thursday when Mars ingressed into the sign of Virgo. So what was going on in your life last Wednesday? Because Tuesday, tomorrow on the 3rd, there's going to be a follow-up. There's going to be some kind of follow-up to either discussions or even things that you were thinking about from last Wednesday. And it's going to have like a, it's going to change. It's going to take you maybe like off a path or put you on a path, or it's going to just, you're going to talk about it. It's time to talk about it though. Or there may be even like logistical discussions where it's like, you're going to be here, I'm going to do this, and we're going to go there. And we're going to do, like, it could even be something like that. And it's like, here's the thing, you might get into a disagreement with someone about, well, I don't want to take my car, or why don't you take the train, or why don't you bring the cups, or why don't you make these calls, or why don't you pick them up here, or why don't you pick up the kids at 7 o'clock? Or, it's like that kind of a thing. And then it all just, like, people just don't like that. Like, people are just like, no, I'm going to pick up the dogs. I'm not going to pick up the kids. I'm not going to show up now. I'm going to show up later. And like, it could be like that on, like, this is all week, but it could be peaking on, it could be, oh man, gosh, I'm so behind on everything. It could be peaking on Tuesday. So we have this transformational discussion. We have things already changing from last Wednesday. Wednesday, we have the moon in Cancer sextiling Mars in Virgo. We also have that same moon in Cancer trining Jupiter retrograding in Aquarius. Okay, so Wednesday is the day before the sun squares Uranus and Taurus. So like all of this week, like I'm breaking it down day by day, but honestly, it's the change, like what I started talking about. Like that's, and you're just going to see it. You're just going to see like the examples of it. So on Wednesday with this moon in Cancer, moon's in their home sign, and oh, that's a lot. Okay. And so with the moon being in their home sign, trining Jupiter retrograding into Aquarius, this is interesting because on Thursday, that same moon is also going to make sextiles to both Venus in Virgo and Uranus in Taurus. So Wednesday, Thursday looks really great. Wednesday, Thursday, you look like you're feeling pretty comfortable. Okay, so it really all depends on if you guys are okay with the change. Like if you can like roll with the changes, you can make it as comfortable as you possibly can for yourself. Whereas when you resist the change, then you try to change things and control the situation. You try to control other people. You try to control what's going to happen. You try to control what they think and what they're saying and what they're doing. And you're trying to you're really like projecting onto the situation. And so you're going to see that too. So if anyone's trying to, this goes back to what I'm saying about the ongoing changes like of the years, because, oh, hey, Laura, happy Monday. This comes back to what I was saying earlier about the people that are going to be channeling energy that's like kind of scared or resistant to change. They're going to try and manipulate you. They're going to try and guilt you. They're going to try to put pressure on you. So wherever you're feeling pressure, wherever you're feeling guilted, wherever you're feeling like something's off or wrong, wherever you're feeling like there's an authority figure, and it doesn't even have to be, principal and student. This is like in marriages. This is in family relationships and friendships and, personal power. And how does my personal power fit into the group dynamic? Because that's another thing happening here too, all year. I started talking, I started talking about this last spring with Saturn first entering in Aquarius for a little bit. that groups and tribes and families are going to be breaking apart and new ones are going to be forming together. Some are going to get even stronger. It's like all of that's going to add up. But with this Leo energy, how do we remain an individual within a group collective? And what does that say about the group? What does that say about the individual? How much freedom and how much individuality that individual has while being part of the group? Take the Artigan for an example. We are a decentralized network of individualists all over the world. We have everybody all over the planet. We're decentralized. There's no like nucleus. We're digitized. We're online. So everyone has like full, complete, autonomous, 100% freedom. Artigan and you guys watching, everybody, believe whatever you want to believe about religion, the supernatural, anything like that. We're here to do energy work, and it's non-judgmental. It is like the highest perspective that we could possibly have. It's love, truth, and integrity. So for instance, in the Artigan, everyone is like 100% free, 100% unique, 100% individual. There may be groups that you're part of, tribes that you're a part of right now, where you don't feel like you can be 100% yourself, or you can't be 100% comfortable because they're wanting you to do something, or they're asking something of you. They're asking something of you that is too much, that you don't want to give because that's for yourself. It's for your family. It's for your lover. It's for your children. Some other energy, the Saturn energy might be tweaking out and wanting to take too much from you. So just be careful. Just be aware of what you're feeling when you feel it, because that's your barometer. That's how you know. It's when people are ignoring their feelings that they get confused and they get very mental. They get all up in the anxiety. Okay. So Thursday, we have the Sun in Leo squaring Uranus and Taurus. This is, okay, so if you thought Monday, Tuesday was kind of a big deal with the conversations and, logistic things working out in very surprising ways, the later part of the week is really when everything, yeah. And that's because like this whole week it's closing out, but it's also laying the groundwork for the new moon in Leo. So this first week of August is basically going to set the tone. It's going to set the stage for the majority of the rest of the month, of what you're really going to be looking at and focusing on. And because it has to do with what you're saying no to, it has to do with what you're ending. We have these two squares this week, Mercury and the Sun. You might be cutting something off immediately. You might be saying, this is over. I'm over it. Not doing it anymore. Not doing your favors. You might really be like, too much. You're asking something I can't give. You're asking too much of me. If you love me, you won't make me feel this way. If you love me, if you care about me, if you want the best for me, and it's having the self-respect and having the confidence, Leo energy, to get to that point where you will stand up for your boundaries and you won't give your power away so much, or at all, or whatever that happens to be for you, okay? So if you're going with the flow here, things are just going to open up for you. That's really, if you're open to change, if you're ready for change and you're not closed-minded about how it's going to change, when it's going to change, who's going to be involved with the change, what it's going to look like before, during, and after the change. If you're not overly mental and anxious and, focusing on all of that, then you will be able to see opportunities. You will be able to recognize what's going on. You will be able to, meet a new person. And because you're not judging them, you're going to see the opportunity. You're going to see their spirit. You're going to see everything great about what that path can be for you in a person. So it's always like that with astrology. Like, I haven't been doing any of this astrology. It's like always like what you make of it and what you make it. Okay. But, I get so excited. It always is what you make of it. It always is. What astrology and energy work and like the psychic abilities, it's just training you to make the best of it. So that we don't self-sabotage, so that we don't get triggered that we don't get triggered into a reaction. And it actually could have been like some wonderful opportunity for us. We're like, oh man, if I weren't so insecure, if I weren't so scared, if I weren't so hurt, I could have seen that for what it was. And I could have jumped on that bandwagon. I could have been in a different place right now. That's this week. It'll all depend on your cognition, your self-awareness, your spiritual maturation, but more than all of that, it's what you want. It's really about what you want. Because if you want the growth, if you want to grow, if you want to be better, do better, have better, whatever it is, you can use all of the astrology in your lifetime to do what you're here to do. That's what it's for. We're in a culture that doesn't prioritize, or we're in a very like youth innocence based culture. So American culture. I'm sorry, I'm American. We don't really place value on age and wisdom and maturity and like time and like that kind of, long periods of time. We're like ready to pop open a fresh can of like 18, and we want to just feel young and happy. We don't want to worry about tomorrow. We're having such a good time today that we're not even thinking about tomorrow. That's where we want to live. This like Americana dreamy type of like, so that's another good analogy for this, like the Uranian Saturn balance, because you want to make change, but you don't want to blow it all up just because you're frustrated or you don't have a plan, or you haven't been thinking about it, or you're just like wanting to wild out and like break out just for the sake of it. On the other side, the overcompensation for Saturn side would be, you don't want to close yourself off and be super defensive and super judgmental and unforgiving. Everyone, if you're alive here, you've got like shadow, we are all working through stuff. So even when people are rude, even when people are toxic, even when people are kind of whack or boring or whatever, don't hold that against them either. Don't be so harsh and be so critical and be so unforgiving that you close yourself off, because that person could grow too. They could make that choice. And that could, you know what I'm saying? So like I always been saying, like you want to give people room to grow. If you're having a conversation, the person is being like super immature, judgmental, toxic, like whatever, but you've had other nice conversations with them before, don't just like cut it off like so quick. Explore, be curious. Don't get over attached to the outcome. Don't get over attached to if this person grows into a big something, or if they never grow at all. Don't put your life onto their life and make it like, well, if they don't grow and mature and evolve, we can never be anything, or I can never have anything. Don't get all like dramatic like that. We're going to get pretty dramatic. This new moon, I got it. This new moon in Leo is going to be intense. I'm telling you, like this last week is like, like putting on the last big changes. It's the last change. And then the new moon in Leo is going to kick off even more change. But this first week of August is about the last change of like the old ways, the old schedules, the old agendas, the old people, it's just old and crusty. We don't need it anymore. Next week, Sunday, that's like the new, that's like really new. Like, so this last week, you're going to be seeing people. It's going to be, okay, Venus, Mercury, and the sun, all with Uranus. It's going to be change, and you're going to see the opportunity. You're going to even break up with people and situations. And here's what I'll say. It's not like you're going to break up with people. You're going to be breaking up with unnecessary responsibilities. You're going to break up with saying, you know what? It's whack that I have to ask you for permission to hang out with my friends. Like, that's whack. I don't want to do that. That's wrong. Our relationship has to change. Or free bird. It's like, it's going to be something like that. So like with Venus, it's going to be relationships, but that's going to be positive. Tuesday, Mercury, it's going to be thinking and speaking and allegiances and pride. Okay. There's going to be some like Leo rules, pride. Actually pride again on Thursday with the sun in Leo. So it's going to be, I'm very idealistic. I would like to see you guys just taking your power back in all of these situations. And it doesn't mean that you have to like make enemies. It doesn't mean you have to burn the place down. Just know that people, if you're used to giving so much of yourself away and you put up a boundary, another person on the other side, or the other person or the other people are going to feel like you're actually being whack, or that you're taking something from them, or that you are like, they're not going to like it. Like if you're over giving and you start to put up boundaries, it's going to feel bad for you. You're going to feel like, oh, I want to give even more. But it's what's best for you to protect yourself. The people that you're giving to, whether it's your time, whether you are volunteering, whether you are, helping with your friends' family, whether it's your own family and you are, I don't know, you're a professional, you're a nurse, you're a doctor, you're a tax lawyer, and you're giving free services to your family. And it's just like your family's friends is friends. And it's gotten way too out of hand. Whatever it happens to be, this is a fantastic week to just nip that in the bud. Because you've got a new beginning to show up for on Sunday. And I think that new beginning is you. I got that from America's Sweethearts, Billy Crystal. Okay, so Saturday, last but not least, the moon in Leo opposes Saturn retrograding in Aquarius. So again, you have to take a look at your commitments. And here's the thing, your commitments should be things that you enjoy. You like a cat hair everywhere, poop in, rolled up in little granules, smells, throw up, the cat hairballs. But you know what? Having a cat is so awesome. Having animals is such a spiritually uplifting experience. Cats even neutralize negative energy. They're attracted to negative energy clusters. And with their little crystal pineal gland and their purring and their meow, they alchemize all that negative energy into positive energy. They're so good. So, long-winded example, having a cat, the responsibility of owning this cat is so worth it. I'm happy to go clean out that litter box. I'm happy to feed him. I'm happy to clean out the food thingy. I'm happy to do all these things. Happy to brush his coat. Happy to put little eye drops in his eyeballs. I'm happy to do this because of what I'm getting in return. That's so Saturn. Think about your life this week. Think about, like, can I get myself into like this feeling of like joy and like appreciation and gratitude attending to these responsibilities? Or is it too far of a hill to climb? Is it too far up that I can't get over that? That'll help you as well. And I feel like you already know that for this week. I feel like you already know what you're all ready to just quit. You're all ready to just walk out the door. Do we have any favorite quitting job stories? Oh, I have too many. And that's too long of a digression. So Saturday, with this moon opposing Saturn, it's going to be one of two things. It's going to be like, you know what? I'm done playing this game. I'm done working here. I'm done with this job. I'm done with this responsibility because it's not me anymore. I'm not resonating with this responsibility anymore, or you're giving too much away, or you are, what's that called? You're making yourself smaller so that you can fit into the group. You have to take a look at that as well. Like all year groups. And like I said about groups coming together and whatnot, you are looking at your level of individuality and happiness in your tribes, in your families, in your friend groups, in your work situations, the work collaborations. And you're thinking to yourself, like, how free am I in this group? Number one. And number two, how well can I contribute to what the group is doing? Do I have enough power there to really influence whatever the group is doing? And then how much do I still even believe in what this group is? And what ownership do I have? Because that's what this is. It's pride of ownership. I'm going to repeat that one. This is pride of ownership. When you earn money and you make a transaction, that thing's yours. It's yours to throw away, to give away, to do whatever with. And you feel like, maybe I'll take care of it because I worked really hard to get it. I was out in the sun. I was doing this, doing that. If people are getting something from you and they haven't earned it, there's no pride of ownership. They just want to give me. They're just going to take everything from you. That's like super negative. But it is the shadow part, the happy part, the idealistic part, the Artegan part, the love, truth, and integrity part of Saturday is that you're going to make a commitment. And it's going to be a commitment that this is like the day you get the freaking kitten. This is the day you get the kitten and you're like overwhelmed with joy because you're like, oh my God, I have this new kitty that I'm going to play with for hours after I come home every day. And you're just like, you're not even thinking of cat poop. You're not even thinking of the puke. You're not even thinking of like the hair and shredding the clothes. Guys, I was huge into volunteering for wildlife rehabilitation in Chicago. And I was like, actually Nature Girl was always my like nickname, but and like all the different groups of people that have known me. So everyone would bring their little animals and little bugs and everything to me. And so someone had a kitten, like this kitten was like super fresh. This kitten, I remember I had to make the perfect temperature for their little milk and then feed them. And then I had to burp this little baby kitten. I had this little towel and I would like, I would burp him. He'd burp and then, you know, stand him up, and then take a little cotton swab, dab it with like lukewarm water, kind of dry it out a little bit, and then rub his little tush and stimulate. So, okay, so that's another long-winded, sorry. So for Saturday is the day that you get the kitten, you bring home the kitten, and you're not even thinking about all that. You're not thinking about, oh, I had to do that every 2 or 3 hours, by the way. That's not, that was a different part of my life. But yeah, so you're not even thinking about that. You're not thinking about like all those little things. So Saturn does rule Saturday. Saturday, Friday could be something like that. And since it's right on the heels of Sunday, like you're already in the new moon energy. So this whole next 30-day cycle could be about some commitment that you're making, about, you know, getting that pet. And then over the next 30 days, that is you living with the pet, acclimating with this cat, acclimating with this kitten. It's like, whoa, I live alone, but now here you are. Hey, what's going on? You know, it's like kind of like that, like for the next like month or so. So that's the vibe. But like, yeah, most of this week is going to be ending, like put a pin in it, like whatever you're done with, whatever you're ending, whatever's over, you're going to know. It's good. Whatever is done in your life, it's going to look so outdated. It's going to look so out of place. That's out of place here. And you're going to feel like that. You're going to show up to work and you're going to be like, I'm not here anymore. And you're going to like turn around and like totally walk out, whatever it is. So I'm sorry. I was doing great with the chat, but I'm coming back. You give the best advice. Oh, she does nuggets of wisdom, chicken nuggets, commitment, get the text. Oh, Natalie, what's your MBTI type? Oh my God. I'm going to put, I am an INTJ. Hold on. I wanted to put it like in the chat because I want to be part of the chat. Okay, there we go. I am an INTJ. This is another thing that I don't need to make me even more weird, but I'm an INTJ female, and there's only 1 in 4. Oh man, I'm behind on everything. Hold on. I have like a nugget of wisdom for you about this IMBTI thing. I'm trying to look at my phone for it. It's so distracting. I think it's like 1 in 400. No, it's 1 in 100 people are an INTJ female, and it's 1. So it's 4 in 400 people that are an INTJ female. And I have the actual, like I said, I have a little thing here, but it's not easily findable. But don't worry, I'm not going to stay too long here. Dang it. But you got me, you guys, this chat, it's like trying to drive with, not with GPS, but it's like trying to drive with like looking in the rearview mirror or something. It's just really, really difficult. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Can't find it immediately. Anyway, so yeah, I'm an INTJ female, and they're really rare. There's like, I think 4 in 2000, 4 with, it's something. Oh man, it's so like frustrating. But anyway, so yeah, it's it makes me really direct and speak very directly, and it makes me take on a lot of masculine. When I say masculine, I'm talking about the hermetic definitions. I'm not talking about genders. I'm never gender specific, you guys. Oh, I found it. All right. I'm so happy. INTJ women. It's 4 in 500. Sorry. It's 4 in 500 women are INTJ. 4 in 5. Oh God, I'm so bad at math. 4 in 500 women are. So that's even more rare. So I'm an INTJ female, and makes everything difficult. I'm on an INTJ. So am I. Oh, Jeff's an INTJ. Same as Alice. Rare breed. Yeah. INFJ. Cool. Enneagram B. And so there's. It's okay. It's okay. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. I'm not chatting with you guys. Okay. So that is this week. Change is in the air. But just remember, guys, above and beyond everything, love, truth, and integrity is your vibration. That is what you want to align to. Let everyone else make their independent free will decisions. If they want to be a certain way, say whatever, that is their, respect that. Please respect that. That is such a big part of this, is to respect someone's right to be negative. Their right to choose something that harms themselves. It's their right. You can't, like, that's the most important part, is the choice to make a decision. So treat others with respect, treat yourself with respect. You're going to be taking your power back. I will be so excited to check in with you guys. Comment on this video. Let me know how it goes for you and what's going on throughout the week. If you remember, you're probably going to be all up dealing with it, but I love you guys. Take very good care. I will check in on you guys very soon. There's so much to do. I have a lot of work with my high priestesses and hierophants. I have readings. I have monthlies. I have weeklies. There's everything on the docket. So I'll be here again soon, of course, at the very least, like Wednesday. But yeah, come over and check out the Patreon. If anything comes up, ask me a question, email me for the Zoom session, or do the Cash App or the website, whatever. I would just keep it bookmarked, like just in case it comes up later. I love you guys. Take care. Until next time, many beautiful blessings upon all of your beautiful heads, darlings. Mwah.